Hello and welcome to the Avenue All Age Slot. Now, we've been looking, haven't we, at what the church is, and we're also going to look at some of the things that the church does. So today we're going to talk about something called the Lord's Supper. So, hang on. No. Is it there? No. Where have I put them? Oh, hang on. Oh, there they are. Oh, man. I am always forgetting stuff. I couldn't remember where I put my keys. Thought they were in my pocket. Thought they were over there. They're on the table. Oh, don't we just forget stuff all the time? And you know, Jesus, he knows that we forget stuff. He knows that we need things to help us remember. So, what is the Lord's Supper? Or what does it look like at church? Well, at church it looks like people who are Christians sharing and eating bread and juice together. Now, quite often the juice is in a very, very small little cup with just a mouthful. I don't have any very, very small little cups, but it's juice and bread, and it's sharing together. And why is it bread and juice? Well, it's something that Jesus commands us to do. It's from a meal he had with his disciples, where he broke the bread and he shared it, and he told them to do that in remembrance of him. And he also shared the cup. Now, it was wine that they shared round, but he shared that round as well. And he said, when they drink that cup, they need to proclaim the death, and then it was the resurrection, which we know happened afterwards, of Jesus. So by doing that, by eating the bread and drinking the juice, we're remembering what Jesus did. And equally, they're symbols. So symbol is something that represents something else. It's not that thing, it represents it. So Jesus said that the bread is like his body, which was broken for us. So Jesus was broken when he died on the cross, and that was for us, and that was the good news he brings, isn't it? And he says that the juice is like his blood, which was spilled. And again, they're symbols that link us back to that great salvation story when Jesus steps in to rescue us by his death and resurrection. So can I have the Lord's Supper at home by myself? Nobody else here. Can I have the Lord's Supper if I have the bread and the juice now? No, actually I can't, because the Lord's Supper is something we do together as a church. It's something we do, we use the word corporately, but that basically means as a church family. You know, it's not God telling me that he loves me, it's God telling us that he loves us, which includes me, but he loves all of us, and we are his family. It's something we do together. And I think, this is really interesting, and this is a bit difficult. I'm not sure, guys, to be fair, I understand this myself, but I'm gonna talk about it. Because when we take the Lord's Supper, it reminds us of what Jesus did for us in the past, but it also reminds us he's here now. He's here with us, and I can't see him, but through his Holy Spirit, when we eat and drink, he's together. Now, there's nothing magical about the bread and the juice, but they're a reminder that he is here with us all the time. And as we have this meal together, it kind of reminds us that he's here with us as a church. And you know, we haven't had the Lord's Supper at Avenue for a while. We've been meeting on Zoom, haven't we? We haven't been together. And so some of you might not have seen this, but we're going to start doing this again as we meet together. And it's an important way of remembering Jesus together and remembering that Jesus is here with us as we meet together. But there's an important thing we should remember as well. The Lord's Supper, it is for Christians. So it's really important. It's a very special meal. And it might not look, special, and bread and wine. You might say, last week I had hot dogs and chips and beans and sauce and everything. That's a special meal. But this is a much more special meal because it reminds us of Jesus, and because it's that special, it's for Christians. It's for people who believe in Jesus and what he's done. And we have to make sure that that's really there before we have the Lord's Supper. Now, hopefully, we've explained a bit about what the Lord's Supper... Oh, hang on. No. Oh, I've forgotten my keys again already. I just popped out in between the last video and this. Oh, I'm always forgetting stuff. And I am so grateful that God has given us the Lord's Supper, the bread and the juice for us to remember as a church what he's done for us and that he's here for us now.